Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we're talking hyperpigmentation and acne scarring. Recently, I shared a video ranking the best-selling hyperpigmentation treatments. I'm going to leave a link to that up there. But on the back of that, a lot of you guys said, what do you actually use, Rob? In your experience, what works best on your skin? Well, I've been now tackling my acne scarring and post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation for the past 3 years. And over that time, I've honed in on what I think are the very best performing serums, cleansers, exfoliators, and the lot. And that's what I want to share with you in today's video. So sit back, relax, let's talk tackling hyperpigmentation. Now, before we get into this video, I would love to know your own recommendations. What's worked really well for your skin? Sound off in the comments section below. I really want to get this conversation going. I think anyone that's suffered with hyperpigmentation, dark spots, discoloration, and acne scarring knows it can be one of the most difficult things to treat in your skin, and finding the right products to deliver can be a real hard task. So your recommendations really will shape the products I try and review here on the channel in the future. Now, here on Mad About Skin, we're growing all the time and inching closer to that 100,000 subscriber milestone. So if you're one of the 65% of people who watch the content here on the channel but are yet to join our wonderful family, reach down and click that subscribe button. Not only would it do me a huge favour, but become a core part of the Mad About Skin family, and for that you get daily uploads. I respond to as many messages as possible. We have our wonderful Saturday live streams every single week, and I always look forward to them. You're so much more than a subscriber number when you join Mad About Skin, so I think I speak for us all when I say we would love to welcome you to our Mad About Skin family, and all you need to do is gently caress that subscribe button. Now, I've got a lot to get through in today's video, so let's cut that waffle and just delve straight on in. And I'm going to go through this in the way that I would a skincare routine and share with you like how I apply these products, so we can go a little bit more in depth with each step, because I know that's something that you guys often say you'd appreciate. So let's start with cleansers. Now, for the longest time, people have said, don't pack your cleansers full of active ingredients. They last, they're on the skin, what, 60 seconds at best, and so you're washing all that goodness down the sink. And I really bought into that narrative, and that's something I definitely tried to apply to my skincare routine. Then I realised that whilst a cleanser won't on its own tackle your hyperpigmentation, it can at the margins improve the outcomes that you're going to get from any serums and exfoliators that you apply. So I like to think never neglect the cleanser. Choosing the right one for your skin type and what you want to get out of your skincare routine is really, really important. Of all the brightening, illuminating, hyperpigmentation fighting claims on cleansers, the one that I found that works the best for me is this one. This is the Revolution Vitamin C Cream Cleanser. Super gentle, really luxurious and creamy. It won't strip and dry or irritate the skin. And it's got some vitamin C here, which at the margins will help to even everything out in terms of your complexion. On its own, this won't do enough to actually brighten the skin or fight those dark spots and acne scars. But used alongside some of the other great products I'm going to mention today, this could just at the margins help things a little bit. And I think this is a great cleanser that's super affordable, works for all skin types, and it's one I'm definitely loving in my skincare routine. You could of course go for some enzyme exfoliating cleansers. These are really gentle and usually come in powder form. Now why I think this is really, really good is those powders will have a very, very light manual exfoliation to them. So again, that will help to increase that cellular turnover and eradicate some of that excess pigment quicker. But those enzymes are a super gentle way of exfoliating the skin. Two of my favourites are these. This is the Jackson Lane Shake and Wake, which is almost done. And then I also use this one. This is the Clarifying Cleansing Powder by Juno Skin. This one has more exfoliation power. The Juno one, I think, cleans the pores just that little bit better. So if you're fighting acne, which is still very much in breakout stage, maybe reach for the Juno Co one. If your breakouts are kind of under control and you're fighting the after effects, the scarring and hyperpigmentation, I think the Jackson Lane would work better. But both of these are superb, and all you do is a couple of times a week. You don't need to use these every day. A couple of times a week, just put a little in the palm of your hand, add some lukewarm water and work it, massage it into the skin for 60 seconds. You get a great cleanse and an exfoliation all at the same time, which I love. Next step in a good hyperpigmentation and acne scarring routine is of course exfoliation. And I think choosing the right exfoliant for your skin is so important. The highest concentration is not going to give you the best results. Let's just get that message out there loud and clear. I think someone who suffered with acne scarring and hyperpigmentation for years, of course I reached for the Red Peel by The Ordinary. The peeling solution, which I use maybe 3 or 4 times a week, way more than I should, and actually my hyperpigmentation was getting worse. That's because the #1 trigger to hyperpigmentation hyperpigmentation is actually inflammation in the skin. If you're irritating, aggravating, and inflaming the skin, you're actually going to be generating more hyperpigmentation than you're actually curing. So I say take it down a notch. Stop reaching for that high-strength glycolic acid, that super strength peel. And certainly I wouldn't recommend doing at-home peels at all. If that's your thing, go to the derm's office where they can do it in a way that's going to match your individual skin type. I'd say keep it super simple and use an exfoliator on a regular basis, but with a lower concentration. My two absolute favourites are these. I love lactic acid and mandelic acid. They're suitable for all skin types, particularly skin of colour. If you've got a deeper, darker and richer skin tone, you're more likely to hyperpigment, and you've got to be a little bit more careful with your exfoliating choices. Mandelic acid and lactic acid in lower concentrations work for the fairest complexions through to the deeper, darkest and richest ones. And I love that because it's super universal and works for everyone. I'm raving about the mandelic acid treatment by the Inculist, which, whilst the Inculist aren't my favourite brand, this is definitely one of their star product performers. And then of course my holy grail, which is the ordinary lactic acid 10%. If you've got a deeper, darker, richer skin tone, you might want to go for the 5% in terms of the lactic acid, just to avoid triggering any excess hyperpigmentation. But these work so well, and over the years, switching from a high-strength glycolic acid to a lower-strength lactic acid has brought on my glow game, and it's just made, I don't know, it's just given me that skin confidence that I lacked. Because I created my own exfoliating gel this year, which is this. This is the Mad About Skin, the Perfect Blend Exfoliating Gel. So in here, you've got a 2% lactic acid, 2% glycolic acid, and 2% salicylic acid. Great for like a once weekly treatment to eradicate some blackheads, hyperpigmentation, and smooth everything out. It's also got 2% kojic acid, which is like the highest concentration of this wonder hyperpigmentation ingredient that you can actually get over the counter. Kojic acid is amazing, and if you want to know the reasons why, I captured it in a recent video, which I'll link up there. But I think this blend of low-strength exfoliators with a really high-strength kojic acid will help once or twice a week just get to grips with your hyperpigmentation and acne scarring. And I tend to use this, like I say, on the weekly, and then use one of the other products I mentioned in between. Such a holy grail, and I'm really proud to put my name to it. Now, no hyperpigmentation or acne scarring treatment regime will be complete without one of these, a vitamin C serum. I have scoured the market and tried just about every product. I mean, okay, that's an exaggeration. There's too many for me to actually try. But I put a lot through their paces, and you know, most vitamin C's work at the margins. But when you find that one that just delivers, oh, the results can be game-changing. And there's a couple that I've found that just work time and time again. If you've got very resilient skin, not prone to too much sensitivity or irritation, reach for an ascorbic acid pure form vitamin C in a 15 to 20% concentration. If you've got a more sensitive skin type, go for a vitamin C derivative or an ascorbic acid in a 5 to 10% concentration. Don't forget, if you're going to be inflaming and irritating the skin, that could create more hyperpigmentation. So listen to what your skin's saying and go for something that matches the level of sensitivity you have. If you want to start super gentle, this one is great. This is the ordinary ascorbic acid 8%, alpha-arbutin 2%. Alpha-arbutin is a great pigment corrector. It's like a precursor to hydroquinone, but so much more gentle. It works really well in combination with other things such as ascorbic acid. And this, I'd say, is a really nice, low strength, but super effective vitamin C that never comes oxidized. You want your vitamin C product to be at peak performance, not oxidizing, so it's not really going to be working at its maximum effectiveness. This never comes oxidized, and it works so well. You can keep it in the fridge, which will again just minimize the risk of oxidation and sensitivity, and it's such a nice product. If you want to kick it up a notch, if you've got no sensitivity in the skin and you want to go for something higher strength, then the Geek and Gorgeous Sea Glow Serum is the best priced, beautiful pure form vitamin C with added antioxidants to boot. Made fresh every single week, this never comes oxidized, it lasts forever, and it's just a really nice, affordable, pure form vitamin C that'll eat away at that dark spots, discoloration and acne scarring, because it also boosts collagen production. If you've got pitted scarring, the ones that almost look like ice pick dents in the skin, using a really nice ascorbic acid will help boost the collagen production, which over time will just make those pits look a little bit shallower, and it's worked so well for me. The one I'm reaching for at the moment is this. This is the Allies of Skin 20% Brightening Vitamin C Serum. Just so good. The quickest acting serum I have ever found. Love it so much, I matched my top to it today, and I would definitely recommend this. It does come with a higher price point, so I'm going to call that out, but it glides onto the skin. The way that it's formulated minimises the risk of irritation, even though it's a 20% formulation, and it just works so quickly. If you want to just get to grips with your hyperpigmentation, you don't really want to have patience and wait for those long-term gains. This is the fastest acting, and I think it's worth that higher price point. I have got a discount code with 20% off that I can share with you to bring that price point down just a little bit, which I'll leave in the description box below, as I will links to all the products today. But this just works time and time again, it's the fastest acting hyperpigmentation treatment I think I've ever found. That's not going to be the price point that everyone can reach for. So the sister company to Allies of Skin, PSA, do this. This is the Light Up Mask. This is an 11% ascorbic acid rather than the 20% you're getting in the Allies of Skin, but it works really, really well. This is kind of innovative. You put it on the skin, it feels so gorgeous. It was warm to the touch, and you rinse it off after like 5 minutes for that instant glow up on a morning. If you're one of those people that likes to cheat your way to an instant good skin day, I totally recommend this one, and it's like half the price of the Allies of Skin. So it's definitely worth a purchase if you can't quite reach the Allies of Skin price, or maybe you don't want to. This is a great option. Now, finally, I want to talk about serums. We've already cleansed the skin to perfection. We've got some great exfoliation action going. We've got a vitamin C to eat away at that excess pigment. Now it's time for a little bit of a serum. Hopefully, you'll see in this video that actually layering multiple actives is the best way to tackle hyperpigmentation. I always reach for like one serum or one thing to tackle it, and it never really worked. Hyperpigmentation and acne scarring is the most stubborn thing to treat in our skin, so using multiple actives with benefits against this is going to be the very best approach. And a lot of people reach for this. This is the ordinary alpha-arbutin serum, which, you know, was a holy grail for so long. I personally don't think you're going to get the maximum results for this. I would actually use the alpha-arbutin and ascorbic acid one that I just referenced. That way you're kind of doubling down. Alpha-arbutin works really well, but I'd say it's the most gentle of all the pigment correctors, so you need to be in it for the long haul, the long term. If you want to try alpha-arbutin, reach for that one with the ascorbic acid 8% alongside it, because that way you'll get the benefits of both, and I think some just quicker and better results. The serums I reach for all the time are these three. This is the Neod Repigment, really good if you've got specific dark spots and areas of discoloration. Because this is in an oil base, it won't strip and dry like some other serums, which I love, but because it's in such a small quantity that you get here for the high price point, you really only want to use this for pinpoint work. I've got an area of discoloration here that I use this on, and within like 3 weeks, it's gone by like 90%. Absolutely amazing serum, but I find it works better in a targeted way. So if that sounds like something that would work for you, definitely worth trying, but it's not the sort of serum you can use all over the face. If you're looking for something that's just going to even everything out, brighten the complexion, eat away at that hyperpigmentation and melasma, these two I would totally recommend. This is the Topicals Faded Discoloration Serum, a holy grail for a reason, and I covered all the reasons why I love this product in a separate video, which I'll link up there. Save me going on about it today. This actually has gone through a reformulation, so it's not quite as potent in terms of the stench that you used to get from it. It was very rotten eggs before. Now it's much more easy to use, a much more enjoyable product to apply, but still works just as well. And then we've also got the Good Molecules Discoloration Correcting Serum. If in all of this you're new to hyperpigmentation treatments and you feel a bit overwhelmed, reach for this one. This, super gentle, yet super effective. It's the cheapest of all the ones I'm mentioning today, and it'll get to grips with your hyperpigmentation relatively quickly. You don't always need to go for the highest concentration, it's all about that formulation. And this has some tranexamic acid in here, it's got some other brightening and pigment correcting ingredients, it's got a touch of niacinamide. It's just a wonderful ingredient. I would totally recommend this if you're new to hyperpigmentation treatments and kind of want a place to start. You'll get great results without needing to break the bank. Now finally, before I leave you, I do want to give a quick shout out to these. These are calming and soothing serums. Both of these are actually by V-Green, one of my favourite brands. As I said earlier, hyperpigmentation is triggered by inflammation and irritation in the skin. Anything you can do to minimise the risk of any irritation is going to minimise the risk of the body overproducing pigment. So whilst all of the products I talked about so far are corrective measures that you can take against pre-existing pigmentation, don't forget you actually need to guard against that excess pigment in the first place. Using something that's calming and soothing will just help to minimise that risk. And so the two here are the Skin Barrier Serum and the Seeker Serum. I'd say if you've got drier skin and a little barrier impairment, go for the blue one, the Skin Barrier Serum. If you just want an all-over calming, soothing and hydrating one, go for the Seeker Serum. Both of these are absolutely stunning, and I like to use these a couple of times in my skincare routine. Just keep everything calm and in equilibrium. So there you have it, guys. A rundown of the hyperpigmentation treatments that worked for me. I loved all of these products, and this is through trial and error that I've honed in on this collection. I don't think it's ever going to be enough to just use one product to tackle acne scarring and pigmentation. You really need to use multiple products to really get to grips with it. That's something that I've learned just through trial, error and experience, and I'm really happy to share it with you in today's video. I would love to know what your personal recommendations are, so sound up in the comment section below. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.